All right, it's the kid, 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 it's the kid.
Oh my.
Happy Xmas to all. Hope that you get all of your nice Christmas presents. Hopefully you don't get any bricks as your presents if you do sue your significant other or your parents or your family. So on tonight's little chinwag, we will talk about Pep Guardiola, City losing their second game. How does Pep react from there? We're going to talk about Ousmane Dembele. I need to talk about Ousmane Dembele a little bit more. Jadon Sancho, England's new golden boy. And because we haven't really talked about this as a group, Champions League draw reaction, our thoughts on the Champions League.
Amen.
Really have a reaction to easy reaction to that. And yes, I'm just saying right now, congrats to Real Madrid winning the Club World Cup. If they had lost to Al Ain, I think a team would need to be fully inducted for life. So, Pep. Now, let me start by saying this. About a few weeks ago, I really believed that Man City would finish the season unbeaten. I really believed that they would be invincible. That's what I thought. Because I just thought that based on what they did last season, this season, their squad, the kind of football that they were playing, the chemistry that they had, that these guys would end up becoming invincible. That is not the case. The good destiny, they're chain snatched again. So my thing is this. Is this the beginning of the end of City's title charge in the Premier League? Yes or no? Let me start with Mane. And also Mane, why weren't you on the Hangout last time? Mane.
Last time, it was my wife was giving birth. That's yeah.
Okay, you don't have a wife. You have no kids, so that's a lie. So Mane, tell me, what is going wrong with Man City? Do they need Kevin De Bruyne? Are they a one man team? What is the issue?
It's sometimes you lose games. It's just a bad stretch. That's all. There's nothing wrong really. De Bruyne came back, amazing goal. I don't care if he didn't mean it, but still a great goal. I mean the Townsend goal. What can you do?
Amazing.
There's nothing you can do about it.
End up a goal of the season, that one.
Exactly. So you can't really say they had a bag. If somebody scores from there, I mean, there's nothing you can do. They didn't make any mistakes, crucial mistakes, other than the penalty. But I think overall, it still just shows the strength of the league on its own. Like a team like Crystal Palace can win against City. And people always said it's a one horse league, but it's not really. Anything can change within a matter of weeks. So next week, if City win, Liverpool lose, it could be back on to 1 point difference. So it's still a long way to go.
All right, okay, cool. You've talked. Because I still think City are going to win the league. Call me crazy, I think they'll win the league. So A1, Pep, City, is this a crisis or we're just overreacting that they're going to get back to schedule and win the league by 10 points in the end? A1. Okay, is Mr. Mike walking? Yeah. What's wrong with City? Have they been derailed? Is this over or is this just a little blip?
Oh no, I think it's far from over. I just feel like with Man
City, reverse psychology, man. I know what you're doing.
No,
man. I know what you're doing.
Not reverse psychology. I'm just gonna say I think they're starting to feel the pressure themselves. It's not just Liverpool that are feeling the pressure. I think City are feeling it as well. And I think we can't really say whether it's over or not for them until the game at the Etihad in a few weeks. I think that
January 3rd.
Yeah, that's a big game. I think the thing with City is that defensively they're not as good as they were last season. There's gaps. They are somewhat easy to counterattack as well. And I think they haven't kept a clean sheet for like 7 games as well. So that's a concern defensively. But other than that, they should hit top form again.
Okay, all right. Forward.
Yeah, I want to start by saying congratulations on 14K subscribers, HH.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you,
Yeah,
bro. But
sorry,
pay
Well
me, pay me
deserved.
first. Pay me, Karen.
Yeah, congratulations, HH. Congratulations.
Thank you, bros. Look. Let's get back to this. No, it's not about bloody subscribers. It's about bloody Pep getting his chain snatched. For go.
Yeah, I think it has to be said that, like, I mean, I even said it 2 weeks ago when Pep's never chased a league title. He's always been the front runner and doing that. And I like to say,
I don't know. And also, very quickly, the one time he chased, Real Madrid won it that season. So, Karen.
that's very true. And my point was that let's see how they handle the pressure, because when they were put under pressure last season when Liverpool slapped them at Anfield, they went and lost their return leg, and obviously they got slapped by Man United at home. So my thing is let's see how they respond, because I mean that game on January the 3rd is massive. So let's see how they respond. I mean, if they don't respond, then surely we got to be starting to ask questions about Fraudiola, because I mean, if he doesn't win the league this season, then what's he really achieved in England? I mean, he's won the league with the best team.
Winning last year.
Quiet, man. Let him finish.
Let me land, because fair enough. Centurions was amazing in terms of the point tally, but Man City already had the best squad in the league, and he didn't win in his first season. In fact, he finished 4th. So if he wins only 1 in the 3 seasons, how great really is he? I mean, Conte managed to do that in 2 seasons, so like, not that impressive.
All right, hardcore. Pep, what's the issue with Man City? Hardcore, is your mic working there? Hardcore bastards, your mic working there? Going once, going twice. Juju Man City. What's the issue?
I mean, the team is average.
No. Oh God.
What? They are. I mean, first of all, if you saw Man City, this was coming against Lyon. The game against Lyon, they should have lost really like 5-0. They got lucky, and the problem is, Pep is choosing to go with Laporte and Stones, even though Stones is bad, because they're good on their feet, and Otamendi, I think, and company are better defenders. They're on the bench, so City do not have any aerial threat as far as I'm concerned, and they are too reliant on Fernandinho. If he gets injured, this team is finished. Like they are finished, because they have they have only one good CDM, Fernandinho. His responsibility. He has a lot. He does a lot in that midfield that I don't think he can be replaced easily. So with Pep, I mean, Liverpool are winning the league. As you've known, I never rated.
Okay. So you don't feel City can bounce back?
No, because Pep, he overthinks under pressure.
Okay, all right. Okay. Kadeem, what's wrong with City and Pep?
Yeah.
And what's happening?
I saw the match, and I must say that Crystal Palace was also lucky to win the match. And I must agree with the previous guy who said that it can happen. And but I must say that like Liverpool has become much stronger in comparison to last season. And City didn't really get worse, but like last season there also were some results where I got lucky and win those games, and this time in this match we were unlucky and lost the match. So I don't really think that Pep's chain got snatched, or how you say it. And also, like, he had issues last season with Crystal Palace already.
Yeah.
So there's not much of a difference. So for me, it's simply Liverpool who has become much stronger. And where I disagree with the previous dude is that anything can happen in the Premier League. I mean, like, the top 6 are winning against everybody. It's like Liverpool and City were winning literally almost like Liverpool is still unbeaten. So for me, it's like rather that Liverpool and City are much stronger, and the rest of the league is sort of shit.
City just lost to the rest of the league, so I don't know
how one match.
Okay, chill, man. Chill, man. Look, Muntaha, Pep, give us your thoughts. Make it brief.
Yeah, look, the Pep Guardiola, like, this is going to happen because you are in Premier League. Sorry, you are not back in La Liga or Bundesliga. So of course you will have a competition. Apart from that, Pep Guardiola, like, people are habitual, like, right now, like, especially Premier League is getting habitual of Pep Guardiola tactics and how to neutralize his tactics and this kind of system. and the way like Zaha and like they were direct, like threatening, and like they wasn't wasting a time. They were taking shots. They were taking long range shots, and that was like the tactic to score a goal. And finally, they succeeded. I can say that they were fortunate at times, but like you have to give props to the this team. Like City, like literally perform. Literally like. They underperform, and especially last thing I want to say is why you didn't start Kevin De Bruyne and Aguero. Why?
He may not have been fully fit. He may not have been fully fit. And if your top star is not fully fit, you should expect that Sané, Sterling, and so forth should be enough to beat Crystal Palace.
I think with De Bruyne, I still think he's trying to get him back into full fitness. Because
There we go. Yeah.
All right. He started the game in midweek.
Yeah. Okay. So quickly, so that's what's Pep. What's the issue?
I think if you see what has happened in the last 5 games or so, I think mostly the teams that play attacking football have kind of like figured out what Pep is doing, especially in the defense. You see that Pep doesn't like when attackers force their defenders to defend.
Direct play.
And as Crystal Palace got that, obviously they were lucky. Most of the goals, especially the Townsend goal, but still the Crystal Palace manager clearly had told their players to just go and force those defenders to defend. At some point they will make a mistake here or two. So, but still I don't think Manchester City have lost a step back or something. It's just 1 or 2 games, but I'm pretty sure they will definitely bounce back. But January 3rd will be the key. January 3rd will definitely determine who will be the favorites to win the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually let me because hardcore. Give me your thoughts, Pep. What's the issue with Pep and Man City? Make it brief.
Okay. I think with City, I think it's just a blimp. I think they're going through like a bad start to the season. And how I noticed it was when they played against Lyon in the Champions League. I knew they were gonna lose against Lyon because the way they were giving Lyon possession, especially, City's a team where they love the possession. So without possession and Lyon having the ball the whole time, you know that Lyon is definitely going to punish them. And Lyon utilized their chance in Champions League. It's the same thing that happened yesterday against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace utilized their chances in the Premier League, and that's what I feel like it's just a bad start. Yeah.
Okay. Daniel. Brief. What's the issue with Pepper? Make it brief.
I told you, man. Like this team, see, they're a good side, but they can be got at. All you have to do is press them, make them worry about you, and then they will capitulate. And I think another thing, one of the guys that said it as well, Fernandinho. They don't have a replacement for Fernandinho.
It's Juju, man.
Nice one, Juju, man.
Thank you, Juju, man. Thank you for that.
They don't have a replacement for Fernandinho. So they will get like so they struggle when Fernandinho is not playing.
Okay, so tell me, will City? Well, yeah, easy. So Danny, very simple. Will City bounce back? Yes or no?
I hope not.
That's not a yes or no answer. Fair enough. Okay, easy. Moving on.
Your name is called Half Hope now.
I want Daniel. Chill. Thank you very much. I want to talk about Ousmane Dembele. And this was an open-ended question because this is what I was. Thank you for that hardcore. This is what I was just discussing with someone about. He's not on his level. Neymar, when he wants to be, is arguably the best player in the world. But coming in with the Champions League coming in and also La Liga as well, Sevilla hot on the heels, can Dembele in any capacity replace Neymar with what he did with Barcelona during that time? Yes or no?
Can I answer first?
Hardcore, go for it, bro.
Okay. I think he's in the making of kind of being a Neymar replacement, but I think it's going to take a couple of years before he gets there.
It's a very simple question. Will he or will he not be able to replace Neymar? Yes or no?
When?
No. With however time, 3-4 years. At any point in time, do you think it will be a point where he will be able to do and contribute as much as Neymar did when he was at Barcelona?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow. So who else agrees or who else disagrees?
I definitely agree with the talent
I agree
Dembele
as
has.
well.
Okay, wait,
Definitely.
so I'll go to Dahir, then I'll go to Kadim. Dahir.
Yeah, I think he's capable of replicating what Neymar has done at Barcelona, especially if he stays for a longer period of time. We also touched on it a lot before that he is the most like talented player with both feet as well. So I think he still has a long way to go. Yeah, he still has a long way to go. So it just depends on whether Valverde can get the best out of him or another manager as well in the future if Valverde was to leave.
See lately, half hope he's been playing really well. Like he's had 4 goals already. So
I know. No, look. I've been watching the flipping games. I know what the boy's been doing. Kadim.
Yeah, I also agree that he will reach that level. He's like obviously not comparable to Neymar, like they're different. But in his fashion, he will be able to replicate what.
So you said they're different. They're different in what sense? Both,
how they-
both attackers, both can play on the attacking flank. So how different are they?
I would say that Dembele is a more vertical player, like who's going more at, like I know him from Dortmund, you know, so he's going towards the goal directly, versus Neymar, who's more like playing more, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, I get it.
He's
Okay,
more playful, and yeah, that's about it. So they interpret, like they have different like mindset, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that he will be able to achieve what Neymar did, but obviously he needs to work on his mentality. I think he needs to.
That's it. Yeah.
Stop playing Halo and Fortnite, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean he needs to get more professional, because
that's funny.
I think like Neymar, I mean, maybe Neymar was also like partying a lot and everything, but he's not. I didn't have like a feeling that he was as childish as Dembele, and yeah, and he needs to have patience, like, because I'm still like, unlike you guys who were so much in love of the move Neymar did, I was thinking that it was a bad move. And like Dembele might not be staying as long as Barcelona, because for 2 reasons. One reason is he's not getting professional. Second reason is he's not getting having enough patience to accept his role as a.
Okay, so
I have hope. Can I ask you a
Can I
question?
say something?
easy, very quickly, so Kadim, if Dembele decides that Barcelona is not for him, where does he go to then?
Yeah, maybe he will go
That's a
also
good
to
question.
Paris. But Arsenal, like I heard that he has some connections to Arsenal.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, look, if he moves to Arsenal, that would be huge. Okay, so hardcore. You wanted to say something? What do you want to say?
Can I say something?
Yeah. I'll get back to okay. Hardcore, speak.
Do you guys really believe about that gaming addiction from Dembele? Like, I don't really believe it. I don't know about you guys, but based on what the reports, sports is unreliable too. Sport from.
But then why hasn't he or his agents denied it? Normally, that would what happen. Normally, him or
No,
his
it's true. It's
agent
true.
would deny the story.
So he admitted it. Dembele admitted that he.
No. If you don't come out and you say, "Oh no, it's not true," then we can say, "Okay, well, who do we believe?" But the fact that he or his team have not come out and said, "Oh no, the report in the newspapers is false about my gaming addiction," means that, well, if he's not come out and denied it, well, I mean,
it's not even about that. I mean, like that's also like one fact, like one
aspect,
but it's like missing out on trainings, being late for trainings, no matter the reason. It's like
But
totally.
every player misses like there's players that play professional football. They also miss training too.
Yeah, but
like they also late for
they do, but they normally the coach needs to know. It's not like, okay, but where's Dembele? You know, there's no.
Yeah. I think that's it. No, I mean, there's one thing to be like 15 minutes late for training. There's one thing to be almost like a half hour, an hour late for training. Like that's a whole different.
And those are they get like like in the youth level, it happens maybe sometimes, but not it should not. It doesn't
Not
happen
at
at
the pro
Barcelona.
level.
It doesn't happen at a professional level, and it doesn't happen at Barcelona where you are like earn millions. You know, you have like how many assistants who are waking you up, or I don't know, like.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Can I say
Yeah.
something?
So Saswat, you want to say something? Yeah, what?
Yeah. So basically, if you see what, especially the last 3 games, if you see what happens, there is still obviously to answer your question, Dembele can reach Neymar's level and can produce that kind of impact on important games. But if you see the front three, you see that Suarez and so both Suarez and Messi don't trust Dembele now. If you see, they try
Nah,
to play
Messi
one
does.
to.
Messi
I
does.
don't know about that, man.
Messi
Messi
does.
does.
No, no, no.
I'm
Well,
seeing them. I don't know.
let me
I'm
finish,
seeing them pass to Dembele a lot more than they used to. So
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
if
Suarez, but
when you see
Messi definitely does.
the last game against what Celta Vigo,
well,
Dembele was literally no defenders who were marking him, was literally
I mean,
like
these are
on the
just
side
like one or two
line and
Nah,
plays.
these
everything.
are
He was
claims,
waiting.
man.
He was
Come
begging
on.
for
I mean,
Messi to
come on,
pick
no.
the
I
ball,
think
and he
that's
actually
just
picked out the wrong pass and gave to Suarez.
no. But I
And
think that's
he
just
did
that's
it
just
many
okay.
times.
Let me bring in some other guys in it. So, A1, what's your view on can Dembele surpass Neymar at Barcelona? Yes or no?
Surpass Neymar.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nah, I don't think coming. Neymar's something else, man. Neymar's something else, but
serious.
but he can do. But Dembele can.
Wait,
you have
easy. I'm
Come on,
wait. Let
easy,
A1 finish
man.
then. Come
Easy,
back to
let me
A1.
speak. Yeah, no, but Dembele can do bits, but Neymar is something else, man. In terms of goal scoring as well, even though Dembele is scoring as well, but they're different players in my opinion. But I don't think he can surpass Neymar.
So, but what do you think he can achieve at Barcelona? Do you think he can become a superstar?
Oh
Will
yeah,
he be a
100%,
Messi
100%.
sideshow? Will he flop? What does the future hold for the
Like cool. As long as Messi's there, someone's gonna be a sideshow. But when Messi gets older and they both get older and Messi gets younger one, I can see Dembele being that guy at Barcelona, especially when Messi leaves. But now, the next couple of years he'll be a Messi sideshow like everyone else is, man.
Okay, all right, okay. Quickly moving on because we've got some stuff to go to. I just want to just touch very briefly on Jadon Sancho. Now, the dude is 18.
Oh man.
He has been pretty damn amazing for Dortmund so far. And am I wrong in saying that he is England's golden boy now? As far as footballing ability,
Harry Kane is.
he's England's golden boy.
Harry Kane is.
It's Bundesliga. I mean, it's not that hard.
No. Don't go there.
Are we supposed to be impressed?
Okay, wait, guys. One at a time. Okay, Mane, state your piece and please be respectful.
I mean, there's a reason why he got shipped out of Man City. He wasn't good enough.
This guy.
But of course, he can play for Dortmund because they're an academy team. Their job is to build players up and to sell them to bigger clubs when they get good enough.
Okay, Manny, let me ask you the simple question. Okay, Manny, let me ask you the simple question. So, how do you rate Sancho then? If it's a race, how would you rate him?
I would never call him the golden boy. No, not at all. The golden boy, if anyone at his age, is Phil Foden. He's the golden. He's the one. He's the one that made it.
Kick him out. Kick him out.
He's the one He's the one that's getting the 5-year contract. He chose Foden over Sancho. And Foden, by the way, remember U17 World Cup, scored 2 goals in the final.
What
did Sancho do?
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Wait, Mando, what do you say about Sancho?
He's talking out of your ass, man.
Okay, wait, Manny, finish your point, and I'm going to go to that here.
What do you say about in the World Cup final? Come on.
I'm just saying I would never call him the golden boy because obviously.
Wait, Mando, you said Sancho didn't do nothing in the World Cup final.
Let me finish my point. I'm saying I would never call him the golden boy because there are players his age in Man City, the same academy, were chosen over him. So I mean, good for him. Bundesliga is doing well, but he still has a lot to prove.
Oh my days.
All right, okay. Deda here. Let me bring you in.
No, go after, please.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not too sure whether he's the golden boy, but one thing I do know is that Jadon Sancho is a more talented player than Phil Foden. He's also a more talented. Yeah, for me anyway. This might sound controversial, but he's also a more talented player than Sterling.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. And the thing is, I would say he is England's golden boy, but I would rather wait to come to that conclusion because he's only just been in the England setup not too long ago. But what he's doing for Borussia Dortmund right now has been, phenomenal. Not just with the goals, not just with the assists, the way he's combining with Royce, the way he's fitted into Lucien Favre's system, and what Mane said earlier isn't really true because he never really got the opportunity at Manchester City in the first place. So
Because he wasn't good enough.
whole-
That's why.
no,
You
that's
ship him
not
out
why.
if you're not
easy,
good
man.
enough.
Let the guy
That's
finish,
not
man.
why.
Let him finish your point, bro.
No, because he was too talented to be sort of in the academy setup, and he needed to play somewhere else. And there's no better like league than the Bundesliga for him right now to develop as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
all
couldn't
right,
make it.
all right. A1. Let me pick A1.
Cool. I want to say he's a golden boy, but Sancho has been doing bits for Dortmund for over a year now, so it's nothing new what he's doing. Mane said that he wasn't good enough for Man City, but when Sancho wanted to leave, or when he said he was leaving, Man City wanted to keep him and try to give him more money, and he said no, he wants to play football, which he made the right decision. So he's very talented. I just want to see what he does in the Champions League against Tottenham. I feel if he does a lot in the Champions League this season,
Huge.
Wait.
We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that. Don't worry, we'll touch on that.
You can put him in the same level or maybe in the same bracket as Dembele and Mbappe. That's my opinion.
Jeez.
Whoa,
Yeah,
A1.
that's-
This
No,
guy.
no,
Hey,
that's
hey,
true.
hey.
That's
no,
true.
it's true.
That's true.
Like,
Wait,
I was with you until you
No.
mentioned
No.
Mbappe.
Hear me out.
Can I say something?
No, hear
Can I
me
say
out.
something?
Hear me out.
Okay,
If he
A1.
does bits in the Champions League, you can put him that level because Mbappe, that's where we rated him because when he dumped in the Champions League, this was before the World Cup. So I'm saying if he does well in the Champions League against Tottenham and maybe they go further and he plays a big role, you can put him on that level.
You know what? There's no reason why.
But
There's no
A1,
reason why. Yeah.
remember though, like you're talking about Mbappe who bowled at the flipping World Cup.
I'm saying before that, obviously the World Cup, that's Mbappe's gone to a different level. But I'm saying you can put them in the bracket, but maybe obviously Mbappe and Dembele.
Maybe
are
Okay,
better.
let's say lower,
in that
maybe.
bracket, that's fine.
Can I
Okay,
say
You know what I'm
something?
saying?
all right. What's it called? Kadim, our German correspondent. Sancho, how should he be called England's golden boy? Yes or no for what he's been doing for Dortmund?
I mean, like, for me, it's like my favorite player as of now. And like I compare, like if I compare him to Dembele, like because it's like we have a similar career, like at Dortmund, both were at Dortmund on the right wing. I would say that he is definitely like more mature than Dembele was at the same position at the same time.
Okay.
So like he has awesome dribbling. Like really, I really, it's like Neymar kind of dribbling, where he's taking on 2 or 3 players and is passing or scoring afterwards. So it's really awesome, but he doesn't do it like constantly. So he only does it in certain doses. Whereas Dembele was trying, like literally every time he got the ball, he was trying something. Where Sancho is more mature and like really good. And so I think it's not far-fetched to put him in the same bracket as Dembele and Mbappe before the World Cup.
Yeah,
And
that's,
in the
yeah,
past.
that's what I meant.
And so this is like definitely true. And like whether I would love to like to see him in the English national team.
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, he's been picked before.
Yeah.
He's playing games now for the
Yeah.
national
He's
team.
played the last few.
And I
Yeah.
think like after the season, like I mean, like there are rumors that Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and such want him. So, but I would love if he stays like 1 or 2 more years or 3,
Yeah.
and then make a move because this dude's really huge. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to see his development because I'm a fan. Because of him, I'm like really happy of Dortmund.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Just moving on very briefly. So, just again, before we look at the Champions League draw, can I just ask a very brief question here? When Juventus win their 8th league title in a row, what happens then?
Yeah.
I don't no, like it's not a laughing matter. I mean, I don't again, just out of curiosity. I mean, what should we now say? Like, what should happen?
Wait, they might go.
I mean, it was
undefeated.
inevitable I mean, it was inevitable. It was going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen.
No. Okay, so wait, well, Jujuman, you wanted to say something. Jujuman, hit it.
I think Juventus might go undefeated. That's the goal, because I mean, everyone knows they'll win their Serie A. The problem is, will they go undefeated?
Yeah.
And
They've
Yeah,
done
they'll
it
but
before
try
as
to go
well.
undefeated. They will
They've
try
done
to
it
go.
before as well.
yeah,
No,
so
no,
they,
they,
I
I mean,
think
they've already
they
gone
will
undefeated
lose.
before already. So because, like, see, I don't know what to say because I think whenever people talk about him and Syria, what did he talk about Syria and everything? Like, I don't. Maybe it's just me, but I think there's a real problem if a team wins a league title eight. Has that ever happened before? Like,
Yeah,
forget about the
Bayern.
Scottish league,
Liverpool.
but
The
in
Bayern
any
as well,
major
yeah.
league, have you had a team who have won 8 league titles in a row?
Yeah, it's Bayern 10.
I mean, Leon came close,
Leon,
but I think it was
did it.
around
Okay,
Yeah.
seven.
I think Leon did 7. Leon did 7.
Mm.
So yeah, for me, I just think that is worrying. But look, when it happens, we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. But yeah, Mandzukic, one of the most underrated players out there, and I think Christian
by the
gonna
way, Syria is a terrible league. Hazim, where's Hazim? Because he was been praising Syria and saying we do not respect Syria. I
Come
mean,
on, man.
Double H don't
Yeah,
even make a
let's
video
not
about
go into
Syria
an
until like.
agenda.
Let's not talk about
I
that.
think user
I'll
window.
do what
Seriously.
the hell I
I
want.
think
You
user
don't bloody control me, man. Leave me alone.
He said
Okay.
no post matches.
No post match, nothing. Because
No, judge about
let's
quiet.
just
Quiet.
act
No,
as if
judge
this
about
league
quiet,
doesn't
quiet.
exist.
Okay,
Because
look, let's write. Okay,
Hello,
guys,
half
Champions
hope.
League draw, huge, massive. Let me just write down. This was a great Champions League draw because there are a lot more great matchups than meets the eye. Sort of like Transformers. It's more than meets the eye. Atletico Juventus is the biggest one. Liverpool Bayern is interesting.
Dortmund, Tottenham.
Dortmund, Tottenham, I think is going to be the best game that we will see. Ajax Real Madrid is going to be a very interesting game. And Barcelona should win.
But Leon will give them
At
a
full strength, I think that's going
Barca
to be a very
definitely.
interesting game as well. So let's first deal with Ajax.
Man City
No,
Schalke.
I want to look at Ajax against Real Madrid. Now, am I wrong in saying that I think Ajax will win this game? Am I being
Not
disrespectful?
at all.
No,
No.
you're
you're
not.
wrong.
You're not.
Yes,
Well,
you're
you're not.
dead wrong. You're dead wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
What I
Okay,
want to
wait,
say,
I'm
can I
sorry,
say
but I
okay.
think you're wrong.
Let me start with Mane. So Mane, why am I dead wrong about that?
I mean, it's a fair. People like a fairy tale story. Ajax, good youth development, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, it's Real Madrid, round of 16. Whatever the talents they have is no
Mane,
matter.
Mane, have you watched Real Madrid lately?
He hasn't. Of course he
Yeah.
hasn't.
Listen, I've watched
Wait,
Real Madrid lately, but the thing is, you can never count them, especially since they're champions. You think Ajax
Exactly.
suddenly is gonna come out of nowhere and just beat Real Madrid round of 16? I doubt it.
They
I mean,
can't.
even
Have
when I,
hope.
Wait.
Have
Okay,
hope.
Mane, finish your points, man.
Okay.
when I look at the squad for the Ajax team, I see nobody there that can really
Oh
dominate
my
with
days.
knockout phase. So
Man.
that's all I gotta say.
So
have hope.
a dude called Frankie De Jong that every major team, including your team, wants to buy. He's a nothing player.
What position? What position is he?
Midfield.
You don't even know
Okay.
much
He
about
doesn't
this.
know him, man. He doesn't know him.
No,
He's
no,
quite-
no. I know him. I just
You
want to
don't
make
know,
a
you don't
point.
know.
No, look.
You don't know.
No, wait, Mane, you talk, Mane, you talk.
Can I
Come
just-
on, come on, talk, man.
He's a midfielder. He's not gonna do anything.
You don't
Good,
know him,
thank
man.
you.
You don't know him, man.
A1 talk.
Oh, okay.
I won't be surprised because if you watch the games, Ajax against Bayern Munich, both games, home and away. If you said Ajax should have won, no one could really argue with you because they play very well. They play very well, and they've got talented players. Obviously, you got De Jong, they got that Ziyech guy. Even Tadic used to play for Southampton. Is balling out.
Neres as well.
There was a Neres, the lit guy, the defender. They've got a talented squad, and they're playing as a team as well. And Bayern Munich compared to Real Madrid, I know Bayern Munich have been in the shambles, but Real Madrid have been more of a shambles this season. And I
And
won't
they
be
have
surprised.
Benzema up front.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Can I say something?
Easy,
Wait,
man.
A1, finish your point.
Easy. And you got two shambles of a team, and Madrid have been more of a shambles. You can see that you won't be surprised if they lose. But then again, it's Real Madrid, so you never know. Last 16, they might turn up and do their business.
Okay.
Alright.
Have
Did I hear? Look, bro, chill. Did I hear?
Yeah. To be fair, in this tie, I fancy Ajax. They're a very well-drilled team under Ten Hag, and they've got so many very talented players who are capable of causing Real Madrid issues in both legs. Obviously, a lot can change in 2 months, and the squads, the history, the experience, everything, all of those things go against Ajax. But at the end of the day, we can only judge on how the teams are playing right now, the way their seasons are unfolding, and I think Ajax, maybe they won't win both legs, no chance, but I think there's no reason why they can't go through.
So
I'm
are
gonna
you
pick.
picking Ajax to go through, or you're not
I'm
sure?
gonna pick Ajax. Yes.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna say they win the first leg and then they draw at the Bernabeu.
Flip. All right, Daniel.
It depends really because like the January transfer window, like if whoever like if
Who
teams
who
from
could they
Europe,
get in January, man? That's
if
No
if
one, man.
teams raided, if let's say like teams raided their team, like if elite comes and raids their team.
No, definitely it's
Because
not happening,
the
man.
champ, if you in case you guys have forgotten, yeah, the Champions League the Champions League rules has changed, so
No,
anybody
but
can.
there's
They won't be
actually
eligible
literally
anymore.
no report of De Ligt or Frankie De
No,
Jong
it
leaving in
hasn't.
January.
Well, anything can happen in the January transfer window. That's what I'm trying to say. If they don't,
So you're saying that if that they could get specific recruitment in January that would give them the edge over Ajax.
yeah, but, like I'm saying that people can like elite clubs could come after their team.
No.
Okay.
After their players. That's what I'm saying. It
Wait,
depends.
and also,
So who are you saying to go through as of right now? Ajax or Real Madrid?
I think Ajax because Real Madrid are on the
No.
net.
Judgment quiet. All right.
Please,
Hardcore.
please.
I'm gonna go with Real Madrid because I can see experience shining through in this game.
Thank you.
I've watched the Champions League for 20 years now, and I've seen the only two teams to not get knocked out in the knockout stage is Real Madrid and Bayern. They never get knocked out. Never.
What?
I think
Are
they're
you
very
sure?
strong.
Bayern has the year,
2010
Wait,
Leon.
next time Real Madrid never gets
2010
knockout stage.
Like
Leon?
in 2009,
2009, not 2010.
I think
He
he
said
might.
in 20
2009,
years
same thing.
it hasn't
Okay,
happened. So.
I think he might.
Okay. Hardcore, finish your point. Just finish your points, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
So for me, like I said, man, I think Real Madrid is going to use their experience to beat Ajax. I think Ajax is too inexperienced. And
So you're going with experience over youth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see because Champions League it goes by mentality, experience. So I can see
So I can
because
see,
Real
okay,
Madrid has
fair enough. Okay, Judgment, talk. Judgment.
All right. Oh, by the way, Madrid are going to beat Ajax in their sleep. This is an easy tie. I'm even. I'm
Right.
Thank you,
because I'm surprised everyone is thinking like there's nothing to think about here. Like Madrid beat team will walk over Ajax.
Yeah,
We need
the same Madrid
No,
that
no,
lost
no, no.
twice to CSKA Moscow.
we need to show respect to the three-time champions. We're talking about a bunch of prospects are going to beat Madrid. Like this is easy for Madrid. If Madrid lose, then they need to
Oh
seriously
my
consider
God.
what they're doing in the field because you can't lose. It's impossible. I don't know how Madrid, three-time champions, they're World Cup winners in that team. They're going to lose to a bunch of teenagers because they're the hottest thing. They're trending. They're trending. They're trending. Like this is an easy game for Madrid.
No.
Easy.
Not easy.
Judgment, we've heard you. God damn. Kadeem, give us your thoughts, man.
I agree with Juju, man.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, all right. Munzaha, man, thoughts?
Yeah. HH, first of all, this is Real Madrid, not Chelsea, yeah? Like who habitually
The name does not matter.
Second. Look at the Gareth Bale form, yeah. He's coming back into form, and look
Why?
the way Lucas Vazquez is playing. Come on, man, he's like literally ripping apart defense. The way, and the
Lucas
Solari.
Vazquez.
Oh, is he?
Yes, just watch him. Just watch him. You haven't watched him. That's why you're saying like that. Just watch it. Yeah.
I have.
Apart from that, look, he's benching Isco. So there is a reason for that because we are very fast, efficient now. And just Solari, it's not anymore Lapotegi, like just moving the ball here and there and just wasting a time. No, sorry. And especially look at the defense. Like we are trying to get somehow to Marcelo back to the position, form, organized. So come on, man. These bunch of like young dudes cannot defeat us in round 16. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but don't dismiss them like that.
All right, okay, fine. Okay. Saswats, Real Madrid or Ajax? Who's going to win?
Yeah.
The prospects or the
Yeah.
three-time champions?
Yeah. So obviously it is my fantasy to see Real Madrid get knocked out in last 16, and but still I don't think that's gonna happen because Real Madrid have a lot of experience and especially Ajax are planning to sell their main stars.
Experience in once. Experience is overrated, man. Look, Karen, man.
Yeah, very, very overrated.
So that's why Karen, bro. Karen, talk, man. Talk. Speak.
I'll finish his point.
Okay, all right, okay.
Tadic is their main goal scorer.
Finish off.
I'll finish his point. Tadic is their main goal scorer. I mean, Tadic, a Southampton reject, is supposed to beat Real Madrid. Get real.
How's it
Get
Southampton
real.
reject?
He wasn't a
He was
reject.
club.
Okay, look, guys, okay, chill. We're moving. Okay, Leon against Barcelona. Now,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
we all expect Barcelona to go through,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
who here thinks Leon can test their chin?
Me.
Yeah,
Me.
All right. Let's go to A1. A1, tell me how you think Leon can test Barcelona's chin over two legs.
There are two guys in midfield, Leon. That's Hassan Oura, if that's his first name, and
Yep.
Dembele. These two guys, I think they can give Barcelona's midfield a run for their money.
And
obviously-
PK, who's a break. Carry on.
Oh yeah, come on, yeah. And obviously, you got Memphis, who's in good form. Fekir, he's starting to get into good form as well. So maybe Barcelona can win, but we've seen what Leon done to City at home and away as well, where they should have beat Man City as well. And Man City play a similar type of football to Barcelona when it's possession football and whatnot. So I won't be surprised if Leon give Barcelona trouble. So.
All right. Did I hear? What's your take on this encounter?
No, my take on this is that Leon are more than capable of going through. I don't think they will because of the Messi factor, but we have to take into consideration how well exactly Leon played against Man City. They beat them at the Etihad, and honestly, they should have definitely beaten them in France as well, because they had a lot of opportunities where they were wasteful. But I think the likes of Memphis, Fekir, they can cause Barcelona's defense a lot of issues. But the fact that the second leg is going to be at the Camp Nou, and Messi, being Messi, I just don't think there's any way Leon go through. But they can give it a good go, definitely.
All right. Hardcore. What do you think the chances are Barcelona against Leon? And don't use reverse psychology or I'll boot you out of the hangout. Carry on. Speak.
I think Leon has a great chance to cause us a lot of problems. I'm scared for them. I'm sorry. I'm scared of my team because I really don't know how Valverde is going to approach this game. It will all depend on.
So you don't believe in Messi?
You see, and this is the thing. Like,
it's a very simple question. Do you or do you not believe in Lionel Messi?
I believe in Messi, but
so what's the problem?
My problem is that I feel like Valverde, right? His lineup is what's gonna tell if we win the game. Because a lot of times, we've been playing well in La Liga because of Messi pulling us all the way to the finish line, because Messi is pushing us to the finish line, and basically Valverde is not making the right, lineup. We have to. He's doing everything. Messi, Dembele, and Ter Stegen, they're doing everything. So for me, it all depends on what lineup we bring in that game. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I just also want to throw in that Leon haven't lost in the Champions League so far, but they are inconsistent.
Ooh, yeah.
They've drawn like 5 games in a row since beating Man City.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, they drew 3 times in a row or 4 times in a row.
All right, I wanna touch on
Wait. I just one point about Leon Barcelona.
Yeah.
Is Barcelona easily beating Leon? Because let's just think about it. Like, imagine if it's easy. It's easy at call. Like if Barcelona lose to Leon and they're eliminated in the round of 16, no one is going to take Barcelona seriously. People will just think Barcelona as a small team in Spain. Like, you can't be eliminated in the round of 16. Like or quarterfinals for 5 years in a row. Like, no one is going to take you seriously. So this, I expect Barcelona to take care of business if they're rated that highly. If they don't, then Barcelona is a small team. It's a small team if they cannot beat Leon.
Have hope. Can I say something?
Please, and make it brief because we have other matches to go through. Make it brief.
Okay. Like I said, man, if you watch the Barcelona games every weekend with me, and you watch the way we're playing, it's not enjoying. It's not entertaining. Like, it's not entertaining. Like, it's very pragmatic. The 4-4-2, very, sit back and relax.
Top of the league, winning.
So those 4 goals against, was it that team, that was just pragmatism. I don't know how pragmatism gets you four goals.
What 4 goals?
Look, Abdul, this is not about a Barcelona hangers. We have other matches to go through.
Okay, let's go.
I want to talk about Liverpool against Bayern.
Right, Man City, Schalke.
No, I'm not talking about Man City. Also, again, that's rigged. How City got Schalke is fully rigged.
That's what I said too. We can't get a break.
If City lose to Schalke, Pep must resign immediately, 100%. He has to resign immediately if he loses to Schalke. All right, wait, guys, chill. Liverpool Bayern. Now, I watched Bayern against Frankfurt. Ribery turns 82 next Wednesday. So happy birthday in advance to Ribery. Frank Ribery turns 82 next week. Ribery has scored all. He has scored all the goals in. Actually, no. I think maybe not all the goals, but most of the goals in Bayern's last game and their game previous to this. Bayern are slow. They're not as cohesive. They're slightly lethargic. This is a bad matchup for Liverpool. Liverpool should beat Bayern. Who gives Bayern a chance of using experience to overcome Liverpool?
Me.
All right. A1.
Me.
Because it's, like I said, like last year, even though they lost against Real Madrid didn't beat them completely. Just like that. They actually
different manager.
No,
Kovac, let's be real now.
I know it's true, but I don't think they'll be relying on Ribery that much because Gnabry, he's in form as well. Coman, he's back as well, and Thiago, he's playing good as well. And I think because they've still got players who have won the Champions League before, they know what it's like to win the Champions League. The levels will go up as well. So I'll give him a chance, man. And plus, you got Lewandowski up front as well, man.
Yeah,
Van Dijk. Van
Dijk.
Wait. Van Dijk's not playing first game as well, despite it being at Anfield. You expect Lewandowski to try to do something or make the game or have the game easier for him since Van Dijk is not there. So I won't be surprised if they do go through. I won't be surprised, but
I think Bayern's gonna win by experience. Have hope. I really do.
Experience.
No, I'll say why. I'll say why Bayern might win because I looked at Liverpool's game against Napoli, Manchester United, and the problem I see is the players they don't like the ball on the ground. Like they don't like teams passing because every time a team tries and pass, they just pressure and make the opposition kick the ball. They just want the opposition to kick the ball because if you look at the Napoli game, every time Napoli put the ball on the ground, Liverpool they were uncomfortable. And every team, they were uncomfortable because every team falls into the trap. Is not that much, but a bit.
How many goals did they score by playing with the ball on the ground?
But Napoli, they started dominating space. The trap Liverpool puts everyone is they want you to be in a hurry and just kick it. They don't want you to pass. That's the trap. And I think. That's the trap.
We do that to close down spaces.
That's what they do to the oppositions. Like they force you to kick.
So Jujuman, what is your point? You believe Bayern are going to win?
Yeah, because no, I think the Bayern have a chance
with Boateng and Hummels in defense. You think they'll win?
No, Süle will start. I don't think Boateng is starting. And
Hummels ain't starting.
Niko Kovac is a good tournament coach. He's not good on the league as we see, but on tournaments he's good. And Bayern will have a huge break, and Robben is not starting, so he won't block Lewandowski again.
Easy. Don't
so that's good.
I agree.
And what is it called? And with Liverpool, I think they're right now they're hot and they're hot, but and they have all these games. So I'm thinking they'll focus more on the league. If Liverpool are eliminated, I don't think they care that much.
We will.
Because they have the league. Because but it's not. I mean, if Liverpool, if you ask a Liverpool fan, they would rather have win the league.
Let me even go to Daniel and Dahir here. So, Daniel, which is a priority, the Premier League or the Champions League?
Both.
No, that's not how it's works.
The Premier League is a priority, but I don't want us to
wait, easy. Let me land first, Daniel. If you had to choose one, I have a nuclear reactor pointed at your head. You have to choose one. Either the Premier League or the Champions League. Daniel, which do you choose?
Premier League, because I've never seen Liverpool win the Premier League before.
In color.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
as easy as that. So and so for that here, you're saying that the Premier League should be the
Easily
priority.
the
Yeah, but
Premier League. Easily
the
the Premier
thing
League.
is, like, can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't want us to put our eggs in one basket. Like, I want us to compete in all tournaments. Like the FA
Not
Cup is coming.
possible.
I'll be pissed against Wolves. Yeah, I'll be pissed if we get
Yeah.
knocked out by
Don't worry
in
about the FA Cup.
I'll be pissed if we get knocked out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mane, your thoughts on this encounter? You wanted to say something?
Oh yeah, I think Liverpool. There's a couple things have me worried. Their midfield, Fabinho and Keita, are very shaky. Liverpool, they
What are you talking about?
rely
Play
on.
better.
Wait, let him
Fabinho's
answer,
been
man.
balling. What are you talking
They
about?
basically rely
Play
on
better.
Salah. They basically rely on Salah to do
You're
something.
smoking shisha.
Mane in
Daniel,
big
let a man
games,
talk, or I will bloody kick you out of his anger. Let the guy talk, man. Talk.
because Mane in a lot of big games, especially against Bayern, I don't think he'll do anything. He'll miss a wide open goal from 6 yards as he usually does. So they rely on Salah. Maybe Shaqiri will do something, but I'm worried for Liverpool mainly because of their midfield. But overall, talking about the two fronts thing with the Premier League and Champions League, I don't know if they can even win the Premier League because they're known for letting it slip at the end. It's
Yeah.
bad for them to lead right now because you
Yeah,
know
for
at
sure.
some point somebody's gonna make a mistake. And Liverpool's gonna go back. And it's like here we go again. So I just think
All right.
Can
So
I say something?
so why do you think Bayern can win? What do Bayern have that can give them the edge over Liverpool in both legs?
I think Liverpool just have that mentality where sometimes they don't think they're good enough. Like when they start, especially when their midfield start making mistakes, like I said, they slip up very easily. Like you saw the game against Wolves.
Mane, you
Did
do
you see the
sound like
game against Wolves? Two goals. Two
A1
goals.
quiet, man. Look, Mane, finish your point. Mane, you have talked a lot.
Okay, let me finish. If you saw the game against Wolves, Liverpool make mistakes. Fabinho missed a pass. Keita missed. Both of the times, one of them caused a goal. The other one almost. So just Liverpool they're losers, so they have that in them. So that's all I got.
That's it. You.
Can I just say something?
I mean, did I hear your thoughts on the encounter?
Okay, first of all, Mane does sound like a guy who's upset that City are no longer at the top of the Premier League. Secondly,
Mane, put your mute back on. Put your mute back on. Guy here, finish.
yeah, I just want to say on the tie, I think it's not far-fetched to say we're favourites, even though I respect Bayern a lot. I have watched Bayern Munich in the last 2 or 3 games, and they're starting to improve. They're starting to perform better now, not just get the results. And the one thing that worries me about Bayern Munich is obviously if Thiago plays both legs, because he is able to beat our press. So if Thiago plays both legs and at his best in that midfield, I think there's no reason why Bayern Munich can't go through. But for now, I would say we're favourites 60-40 because of the way we're playing. And the first leg, obviously Van Dijk missing the first leg, that's going to be crucial. But then you touched it on your reaction as well, that I would rather have him in the second leg because
For sure.
we're strong at home anyway. It's away from home that we've struggled in, so it's not going to be easy, definitely, but it's doable.
Yeah.
Munzao,
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, H. First of all, like Kingsley Coman is fully fit. Yeah, Gnabry will like definitely play like big part in this game. They just won one away goal to defeat Liverpool. Just one away goal at Anfield.
But
Like,
if they lose
listen,
if they lose
listen.
3-1, that's a whole different proposition because Liverpool
Yeah,
can't score
but-
at the Allianz Arena. You realize that?
I think
Like-
both teams will score.
Yeah.
Like to be like we have to be like sometime realistic. Yeah, like what like Liverpool concede the goal in Allianz Arena, how they're going to react, how they're going to like, are
No,
they going to
but-
be
but-
panicked
but-
because
okay,
what we
but-
saw
but-
last season.
My thing is this is that I've seen teams like Frankfurt cause ban issues. It's just that Frankfurt don't have either a Salah, a Storage, or a Shaqiri to be.
You know, the one thing I
be-
noticed about Bayern this season is that they don't really like this possession game as much. They're not obsessed with the possession game. They are also good at finding spaces in transition. I mean, they played like that against Ajax in the last game, and they were very effective doing that.
But Ajax pushed them. And those are the
Definitely.
so-called prospects as Juju man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, they created so many chances though against Ajax. Like it wasn't Bayern created in the first half. They created so many chances. I mean, because
But you have to put those chances away. Okay, look, we're moving on.
Can I say my thoughts about the Liverpool and Bayern game?
Okay, keep it brief.
Okay. Real talk. I just think that, like I said, I'm gonna go with Montar. Bayern get one away goal. Even if they lose 3-1 in Anfield and they go home, I think they're gonna win the game. I think it will be 4-3 aggregate. Yeah, 4-3.
All right. Okay. I want to now go over to Dortmund against Tottenham. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm saying this right now. If everybody's fully fit, no major injuries, no major cancellations, this is going to be the best game of the knockouts.
Yeah.
100%. This is going to be the most entertaining game, the most open game, and I cannot wait. I just think that we're going to have two fantastic flipping games. Who are you leaning towards? Because I just saw Tottenham against Everton right now. So Son obviously is going to miss January, but our Son will be back in February after the Asia Cup. So where are you leaning towards? Because I was leaning towards Dortmund, but look at what Tottenham are doing right now. And I'm like, this is 50-50. So is anybody leaning towards either Dortmund
You know
or
what? This tie for me is, like you said,
I'm
it's the
leaning
most
towards
exciting
Dortmund.
tie.
I'm leaning towards.
Wait. Dahir.
Yeah, for me, stylistically, you're right. This is the most exciting tie of the round. And when the draw was made, I was thinking, yeah, Dortmund should go through because they have the second leg at home. They are leading the Bundesliga table. But after watching what Tottenham did to Everton today and the momentum they have, I think Tottenham just might go through.
All right. So who else is going with either Tottenham or Dortmund in this?
I go with
I'm
Dortmund.
going with Dortmund.
All right.
think-
Kadim, and I'll go to hardcore. Kadim.
And me after.
All
I
right.
mean, I think Dortmund has the better players, and they simply, the coach is like, Favre is huge, and it's a well-oiled machine, and they just win their games. Defensively, they're really strong. They're a totally different proposition to last season, and
So you don't think that Kane, Son, and Ali will cause them serious issues?
Yeah, I mean, issues. I mean, like, we're talking about winning or losing. Issues is something else, like issues is like they score a goal,
True. Yeah,
but it's
true.
not winning. So of course it will be. It can be tough, and it might go the other way. But I would put my money on Dortmund. And
Kadim, I actually think Spurs have the better players.
yeah, I don't think so actually.
Can I?
I think.
Wait.
So.
Okay. Kadim, finish your point. Kadim,
Like
after.
if you look at Royce, Sancho, and Paco, and
It's not really that good compared to Ali Eriksson.
Witzel is
Kane.
really, like Witzel.
Wait, let me speak.
I mean, it's close for me. You
Can
know
I
what? That's why it's so good, because I really cannot tell which team has the better players. It's
Can I
close.
say something? To
Wait,
remind this tie, can I say something?
Kadim, finish your point. Let's go. Okay, I'll go to Kadim, hardcore, A1, then Saswat,
So,
like that. Kadim, finish your point.
like Son, for example. I mean, I like Son are really really good, man. It's like he played in Bundesliga.
Yeah, with Hamburg and Leverkusen.
And for me, it's like. For me, it's more like if I do a combined 11, I would simply put more Dortmund players in that combined 11 than Tottenham players.
Okay, so you're leaning towards Dortmund over the two legs then?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Royce is like superior to Eriksson, and Witzel is superior to any defensive mid of Spurs, and Sancho is huge. So, and the back line of Dortmund is really strong. Like the goalkeeper, I think, is also better from Dortmund. So for me, it's like my opinion.
I think Spurs.
Okay,
I disagree.
all right, that's fair. All right, hardcore. Your thoughts on this?
I think Dortmund is gonna summon their 2013 spirits on Spurs in the Champions League, and I think the way they're gonna do it is the experience they used to beat Real Madrid in 2013 and the experience they used to beat Malaga in 2013. They're gonna use that same experience and spirit to beat Spurs.
You're talking about Juju.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is quite scary. A1. Thoughts on this? A1.
Cool. Yeah, I think Tottenham will just about go through because both teams. Cool. Both teams have got good attacks, or whatnot. But Paco, he's really been more of an impact sub. If you look at his numbers and whatnot, compared to someone like Kane, who he can play 90 minutes and you never know he can pop up. Obviously, you got Son as well. Then you got Ali and Eriksson as well. So the front four, and with Dortmund, their front four isn't really complete. if you get what I'm saying. The midfield, you could say Dortmund win that battle in midfield with Delaney and Witzel. But I think defensively, Tottenham are better. You got Alderweireld and Vertonghen. That's much more solid as well compared to, Dortmund. Their defense at times can be, a bit shaky. Because I see some of the goals they conceded against teams, and it's like some of the goals should be avoided. So it should be a good matchup, but I think Tottenham will win it. Because I think when it comes to like defense, or maybe if Tottenham score the goals and whatnot, and it's time for them to like lock up, I can see Tottenham locking up the defense and shutting things down. And that's my opinion.
Saswat, hit me. Thoughts on the game.
Yeah. I'm actually most of the points I'll agree with A1 because I was actually leaning towards Dortmund. But when I see between Dortmund and Tottenham, the key which will win the game will be their defense only. And if I see Tottenham have more marquee players with Vertonghen and Alderweireld as their defense, and also if I see
Hakim is a
Tottenham's
beast.
defense,
Hakim is a beast,
Yeah,
man.
but
I know.
Going forward.
Let me finish. Because Pochettino is who used to play as a defender, so he knows how to manage that defense. And if you see most of the Tottenham matches, he knows how to keep that defense in shape and keep them organized. Although they concede 1 or 2 goals here and there, but they still don't lose their shape, which is very key, especially when Dortmund attack. And also, we know that Tottenham can attack with pace and speed and quick passes and everything. So, in both the attacks, I think both are equal. But the key that will make the difference will be the defense. And I think Tottenham defense is quite a little bit stronger.
So-
Obviously, it's going to be a very close game.
So
But-
are you going with Tottenham or for Dortmund?
Yeah. Tottenham.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So,
Just to-
anyway, wait. Anyone else who has thoughts on this who hasn't spoken?
Yeah, I agree. Tottenham's gonna win just because, Dortmund have been good in their league, but a lot of it's because they take their chances. It's not really because they're dominant per se. So I think Tottenham just have more experienced players that have played in World Cups, that have dominated the football in Europe. Harry Kane, first of all, best striker in the world. That's number one. Just to have
What?
Oh my
No,
god.
man,
it
just finish it.
So just overall, I think Tottenham were stronger. But even last year when they went out against Juventus, they still had a very good game. Just a few mistakes here and there. But I think they're better than Dortmund to me.
Okay, all right. Juju man.
With Tottenham, I give Dortmund benefit of their doubt because of the break, but Tottenham the bad thing is Tottenham have a good away record. They got a draw at the Camp Nou, even though Barca were not trying. That's still a good result, and they did well against Turin last year. So, and they improved too. They did well in Turin. So they if they can get a good draw, which is a hard stadium, in Dortmund, if they can get a good draw, they're going through. But I'll give Dortmund because they have a break, and it's the same with Bayern. I think that break helps. Having a break in between helps.
Okay.
Can I add only one point?
Go for it.
Like I look at Spurs, they conceded 18 goals. I look at Dortmund, they conceded 18 goals. So I don't really see the argument there.
Yeah,
that
can I say
Spurs
something?
are
No,
such a
but-
strong-
Wait.
I want to answer. I want to answer. Okay.
Wait. Karim, finish your pen and then I'll go to
No,
Montaha. Karim.
I don't really see the argument. Like I don't see like that. There's any valid argument that Spurs has a better.
No, but with all due respect,
We're
Spurs
talking
are
about
up against
shape
better
and
opposition.
organization.
Wait,
man.
easy guys. One at a time. Okay.
Wait,
Let me go to Montaha, then I'll go to Dahir, then Jujuman. Montaha.
Yeah. First of all, like Dortmund have played to Bayern Munich, like they were literally poor in attack. In fact, at the start of the season when they defeated Bayern, okay, they played Atletico Madrid. We all know that Atletico Madrid is not a proper attacking team; they're a defensive team. So they haven't played a team like Spurs in Champions League or in Bundesliga. So you just cannot say that on the basis of defense, like they haven't conceded that much compared to
In
Spurs.
the Bundesliga, they press much more diligently than in the Premier League. It's like there are like lots of attacking teams in the Bundesliga. So like what you see from Spurs is like or what you see from Liverpool from last season. This is like this is coming from like Klopp is a Bundesliga mentality. Like those kind of tactics are really common in the Bundesliga. So it's not like really like Spurs is something which Dortmund never faced before. And
No, look, the problem
You
is,
have to look at shape
Wait,
and
guys.
organization, man.
Okay. Look, let me go to Dahir because I have to go one way. So Dahir, go for it.
Yeah, no, I agree with Kadim on that in terms of like the styles that the Bundesliga teams employ is completely different to teams in the Premier League. But however, we have to remember that Pochettino obviously was a defender in his career, and he does prioritize defensive football as well.
Yeah.
Spurs sometimes they can go with a back three, which can be more of a back five as well. So I know they conceded 18 goals in the Premier League, but that's not really down to them being poor defensively. It's just that sometimes they push up a bit too high and whatnot. But when they play Dortmund, it's going to be a bit similar.
Plus, Kadim, you cannot make it's a crime. You cannot make comparison between Bundesliga and Premier League because
Exactly.
it's a different leagues. I mean, Premier League is superior. There's no argument. But so
Is it?
the argument is
According to who?
Because
everyone, practically.
Bundesliga is more of a. I think Bundesliga is more of a development league where people send their
talent
players to develop.
Yeah, exactly, Julian.
Okay, look. Let's move on. You know, Julius, man. You know, you're literally like a sound bite. Like every single thing you say is a flipping sound. Like you're like one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. So the big one. This is the biggest game, the marquee game, the massive game. Atletico against Juventus. Now, I still feel Juventus will win this game. But
Absolutely.
I was watching, again, thank you to 11 Sports. I was watching highlights of Atletico's game against Alaves.
That's Espanol.
And my thing about it is that this is going to be a very close game.
Yeah.
Because I see this is a good matchup for Juventus. I think if Juventus had either Tottenham or Liverpool, bad matchup. See, this is going to be a slower game, a much more tactical game, which plays into Juve's hands. But my thing about it is that I feel that Atletico are superior to most teams in Serie A.
Yeah.
So although Juve will get their way against Roma, Inter, AC Milan, who pretty much have no world-class players, I still feel Griezmann is overrated.
No, double H, give you
easy.
I don't think he is.
Let me land, please. I still feel Griezmann is overrated, but as much as I feel he's overrated, that doesn't mean that he's not arguably, to an extent, perhaps world-class. Because Griezmann, for me, is one of the hardest players for me to really critique because I'm like, is he world-class? Is he really that amazing? Is he really that clutch? Is he really sharp? Is he as good as people say? It's very hard. And this is the kind of game where, Griezmann, I need you to be the guy. So, where are people leading in this game?
Juventus.
Or Atletico?
Juventus.
Without hesitation.
Wait, guys. Okay, we'll go on. Okay, let's just start with Mane. Juve, Atletico. How's it going?
I gotta give it to Juventus just because they have Ronaldo this time. But other than that, it's a very tight game. Both of them are practically on even terms. So just because of Ronaldo, I'll give it to Juventus.
So you think Cristiano will be the difference maker?
Yeah. He's always against Atleti. He's always the difference maker. So this time, I don't think it'll be different.
Got a very good record against them. A1.
Just about Juventus, because the last time these two played each other was 14-15 in the Champions League group stages, and both games were 0-0 and 1-0 to Atletico.
Wow.
So it'll be very, very close. And I just think Ronaldo will be the difference maker. Either he scores a goal in normal time or extra time, or if there's penalties and he scores a winning penalty. It's either those way. I think Juventus will win it.
De Gea.
Yeah, I think it'll obviously be a tight affair, but I have no hesitation in saying Juventus will win over two legs because, for one, I think Atletico Madrid are not as good as they were, say, a couple of years ago.
Speak on it.
They're not, because I think, obviously, some of the guys touched on it earlier, the Cristiano Ronaldo factor will be important. He has a strong record against Atleti, and Juventus have been to finals, just like Atletico Madrid, more recently, but I just think over two legs, they have more in their weapons to be Atletico Madrid. And
Daniel,
look, even though Atletico Madrid won the Europa League last season, we can't forget why that happened. They dropped from the Champions League.
Why did that happen?
They failed to beat Karabakh twice, not once but twice. And also against Arsenal, they were really lucky. in the
Yeah,
in the
very
in the
lucky,
first
man.
leg.
Unlucky.
Very
Arsenal.
very lucky.
Look, man, I think the strong arguments for Juve. I can't wait to hear
No.
what Jujuman says. Jujuman, quiet. I'll come to you. Relax, man. Daniel.
I think it's gonna be a tight game in it, but I think Juventus will just edge it
Why?
because of Cristiano, innit?
Oh,
Like
okay.
big game player.
The World Cup knockout is a big game, but fair enough. Easy. I won't go there. I won't go there.
Like
All
your
right,
agenda
hardcore.
towards Ronaldo
Daniel,
is
you've
next
talked.
level.
You've talked. It's gone. Hardcore. How do you view this game?
In case you all don't know, I have a channel called Football Fanatic where I talk
No.
about
You're not. You're not.
Segue.
Promotion.
Hardcore
Is it
shameless
literally
promotion.
Facebook promotion, man?
I will boot you out. That is disgraceful. You can't come and bloody promote your business.
Okay. Sorry. Forgive me. You forgive me?
No, I
Just
don't.
go on.
But if you don't speak, I'll kick you out. So.
Okay. Me personally, I think Juve is gonna win because of Diego Simeone. I think Diego Simeone is the problem. If it wasn't him as the Atletico coach, I have a feeling Atletico would have won this game. I think Atletico needs to get a new manager, an
True.
attacking manager, someone who's going to let these guys play with, excitement and enjoyment.
That's fair.
Enjoyment in their football, and I can see them losing to Juve because of Ronaldo's big game, being a big game player. So, I mean, yeah, if they can sack Simeone, I think that would be good. Until then, though.
Okay, so because we're going with Juve because of Simeone. Interesting. Jujuman.
By the way, Atleti, I'm expecting Atleti to win this game. If we do, because first of all, Juventus lost. I mean, they were in a group there with United and Young Boys, and they didn't get all the 16 points or 18 points. And I've watched Juventus majority of the season. I've even watched Juventus more than any other team, and the team is not that good as people say. Yeah.
What?
It's not that good as people say. I've watched nearly all the games I've watched. It's not that good because there are like 5 world-class players in Juventus, and if you look at the Atleti, even though they've not been playing well in La Liga, they have the superior players apart from maybe Ronaldo, Chiellini, and Cancelo, but the rest of the position and maybe the midfield, but defensive.
Griezmann the same class as Ronaldo.
Okay. Look, Jujuman, finish your point.
Yeah, and. Because Atleti, I think people are really underestimating. Because I saw the games against Dortmund. I mean, 2 of them were giveaway goals. I didn't know they were panicking.
They still lost 4-0, man. They still lost 4-0.
No, but Juan Fran, what is it called? It needs to be benched. And they have like if we go compare player to player. I mean, Thomas Partey or I don't know what his name is. I mean, he can play right back.
That's my
he can
countryman,
play right back.
The Ghanaian, come on now.
Yeah, but he's really good. He's really good. And
so you believe Atletico can win over 2 legs?
Yes, they'll win. I think by two goal difference.
Can I say something?
Wow.
No, easy. Okay, Kadim.
So I think that Juventus will go through. Like I saw Atletico Madrid in the group stage, and if I follow your argumentation that Dortmund isn't as good, then I must conclude that Atletico is really shit. So and then again, like it looks like Bayern Munich will buy the left back of Atletico.
No, they're not buying him.
Lucas Hernandez. They won't buy him now, man.
They won't buy him. People are underestimating Atleti.
Finish.
Look.
Anyhow, like as we discussed, Dortmund is not that good. So Atletico is really shit. They got second in that group. So Juventus must win it.
They need to play.
Easy. How relax, man. Saswas, man. Talk to me. I bet this game is going to win, man.
So obviously it's going to be very close affair.
Sorry. Monta.
Yeah.
Then Monta, go.
Yeah. Look, I'll be like short and sweet. Yeah. If you look at Atletico defense this season in La Liga and in Champions League as well, they have been conceding 2-3 goals. Come on, this is defensive team. You haven't thought to be considered this kind of goals, man. Come on, Juventus. But Juventus, the way Juventus considered, look, they concede max one. I can't see them considering, apart from United goal, considering 2 goals this season.
Oh.
And that is why I'm saying
So-
Atletico need to pour the pressure.
So Monza, you're going with Juventus.
Yes, of course.
Okay, Saswat,
So-
Juve or Atletico?
So obviously it's going to be a very close affair, but Juventus will slightly edge it because if you see Atletico's team, they have Saul Koke and Griezmann, who are definitely world class and good players, but they are very team players. They are not that kind of players who can produce something out of nothing. So and
Yeah,
on the other hand, if
Griezmann.
you,
No, I agree. I
What?
agree with that. Griezmann is not a player.
So
you can rely on.
let me finish, man.
Okay, wait.
Let me finish,
Let's
man.
also finish. Let me finish your point.
So, but on the other hand, also if I have been watching a lot of La Liga games. If you see, I agree with Munta. Their defense is not what it used to be in 2012 and 2013. And if you see Juventus, they have, even though they are not playing like they will score like 4 or 5 goals, but still they have those star players in Dybala and Cristiano who will make the difference. Will definitely make the difference come in February.
Wait,
So you
I,
see-
wa- I,
Wait,
sorry.
Can I say something?
I want
Can I
to
please say
I
something?
want to just make it a very quick thing. Griezmann.
World class.
Okay, Jojo Man said, how good is Griezmann really? Let's have a real
He scored in
conversation
the World
about
Cup
Griezmann.
final.
He,
He scored a
he
World
is
Cup
a
final.
World Cup. He's a
rated.
World Cup. He scored
World
like
Cup
2
penalty.
goals in
He's
a
a
World
team
Cup.
This
player,
is-
man. He's a
Penalty,
team
yeah.
player.
Let me answer this quick. Let me
He's
answer
a team player.
Wait, easy.
83 rated.
Be fully honest with you. Do France win the World Cup without Griezmann?
No, because
Yeah.
if you look, because if you look at that Belgium game, he's the one that was relief. Like he was the connection between the midfield and the attacking player.
Yeah.
Every time Belgium pressed, Griezmann was releasing the pressure. Like it was all Griezmann, and I think he's underrated. He's really underrated. He's a
How
good
many
player.
times has Griezmann been clutch in a big game?
Yeah.
Let's say,
He has been
Can
this
you
year.
name
Let me mention-
the games? Name the
Okay,
games.
against Bayern Munich semifinals, he was clutch. I mean,
And
I
he
mean, that
missed
was clutch.
penalty as well. And he missed penalty as well.
No, but he was clutch. He was clutch against.
Yeah,
that,
but he missed penalty before
no,
that.
that 2016. I think the entire knockout stages, it was all Griezmann. I think he was scored against Barcelona. Scored against
guys.
Bayern Munich.
Guys. Put it this way: if Griezmann is the difference maker in this game against Juventus, I will 100% change my view on him. I believe that Griezmann is extremely good. You may argue that he's arguably world class potential, but I'm not sure. If Griezmann is the difference maker in this game, which I feel Juventus should be able to win, I will have massive respect for him.
And Double H, why is everyone not mentioning Cristiano is horrible against defenders that?
Oh man, what are you
That's
saying?
in tight spaces.
He has a good
Like-
record against
He
Atletico.
scored
They know,
against
yeah,
Atletico. Fine.
But he was playing for Madrid. He doesn't have Modric behind him. He doesn't have Kroos behind him. He doesn't have Ramos.
Yes, Belgium got a yank, man.
Let me go to that here, then I'll go to hardcore that here.
Yeah, I was gonna say on Griezmann, I thought his World Cup was overrated, but as a player, he's a fantastic player, and I think he is world class. He's shown that this year.
Yeah.
By winning the Europa League, the Super Cup, the World Cup. Even though he wasn't France's most important player, like Juju said, he was the main link between midfield and attack.
Okay.
And he wasn't as important as Mbappe, Varane, etc. But
Yeah,
he
he
played
was.
his part.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't
like
as
a performance
important.
role.
No.
He was, man.
He wasn't as important. He played his
He
part.
was,
Though.
man.
But
He was,
no one,
but he
no
was
one
as
really.
important as Guy and Kane were, man.
Let Tahir just finish the point, then I will go to other guys. Tahir, finish.
Yeah, the thing with Griezmann is that I think obviously early on in his career he had a lot of inconsistency issues, but he's very clever off the ball in tight spaces. He's got a very good left foot. He can create. He can also play as a second striker. He did that at Real Sociedad before he joined Atletico Madrid. The only reason why some of us may think he's not world class is because he has lost a couple of finals before, and he hasn't turned up in those games. For 3 years, over the last 2 or 3 years, he's becoming more and more influential in his club side and for his country.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Hardcore. Hardcore.
Okay, I have 3 things to say.
Oh, shit.
So for me, right, Griezmann is not number 3 in the Ballon d'Or list. Number
Nope.
2, I just feel like Cerezo has spent so much money on that Atletico defense that even though he spent so much money, they're still at the same point, 3rd and 2nd place. They're always sniffing around 2nd and 3rd place. They should be aiming higher for 1st place. And number 3, I don't think Griezmann is a good player. I don't think he's worth 100
Oh,
million.
please.
What the
I
hell?
don't think he's worth
He
100
definitely
million
is a good
because
player.
Barcelona was about to buy him for
I
100
agree.
million, and there's no way he's worth 100 million. Like I'm
Okay.
dead serious.
All right. Okay. A1.
All right, cool. People say he's overrated because, like I said, because the finals he's missed penalties, but the last two finals he's been in, he's turned up. Yes, Europa League. People say oh, it's Europa League, but it's still a final. He turned up. World
turned
Cup,
up.
he turned up as well.
Well, a penalty.
Super Cup.
Wait. You're saying a penalty, but people were criticizing Messi because he missed a penalty against Iceland and saying he should have scored that. But Griezmann scored. He was under pressure as well. It's a World Cup final. He scored. So don't talk to me about he scored a penalty like it's nothing.
It's a penalty still.
Wait. Let him finish the
Are you
point.
supposed to score a penalty or miss a penalty? You shoot what's in front of you, man. So
Yeah,
and
okay.
as well as that as well, you know, he was in 50 games, around 50 games, he involved in 44 goals. So
He's
people
won a Europa League and a World Cup, bro.
Wait.
So what?
Finish your one. Finish your one.
So
Everyone
what?
finish your point.
Yeah, so people need to stop saying that. Oh, he's overrated. That he's a very important
He's a
player.
very intelligent player.
Yeah, a very intelligent player, important player, and he has clutch moments as well.
All right.
So-
Manu, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. It's really a coin flip with Griezmann. You never know. He might be crap. He might be good. Score a penalty, like A1 said, which is apparently dominating a game as a penalty when it's not even the 90th minute. But okay. But I think
It's a
Griezmann's a good player.
World Cup final.
It doesn't matter. It
and-
wasn't. It
De
wasn't
Bruyne
high
couldn't do that.
pressure.
De Bruyne didn't do that. Man.
And I just have two questions. And remind me, the Diego Costa plays for Atletico, and where's the final again for the Champions League this year? I mean next year. I mean, and can someone explain to me how Hernandez, Godin, Jimenez, and Patri are a horrible defense?
Respect my
It's a
name,
horrible
Partey.
defense.
Respect my guy, Partey, man.
I mean,
From Ghana, man.
I
Come
must-
on.
That's why
How's
they
that a
have
horrible
won-
defense?
People
How's
keep using the point that because the final is at Atletico's crib, that's what will that means
Yeah,
nothing.
it doesn't.
That doesn't mean anything, man.
No,
Then how-
I mean,
how about-
what the hell does that mean? That means
How about
look,
Costa then?
guys, look, all I'm saying is this: is that I respect what Griezmann has done and everything, and he did make a massive contribution on the World Cup. But I just feel that first of all, he should never be third in the Ballon d'Or list. That's completely
Thank you.
bogus.
No.
But also, I just feel that look, it's a big game. Huge game for him, and I think Griezmann needs to really be the difference maker now for me to prove himself. Guys, it's been swell. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon. Peace out. Stay